People are working hard to become financially free, but in exactly the wrong ways, putting in effort without the result. Not only are they not getting what they want, they're limiting their potential and destroying their wealth with these improper methodologies. By working hard in the wrong places, you're making the government richer, Wall Street gets a lot richer, banks and insurance companies richer, but at your expense. I mean, have you ever thought about saving money, putting money in a retirement plan, letting compound interest do the work, or simply if you just budget enough that you'll be able to retire? This one day, someday will be a better life, right? The good life. Yeah, I thought that way too. I mean, I began my life kind of with the path of a miser, which was all about preservation, doing all I could to save money. Look at the utilities. How do we cut back? How can we eliminate? How do we reduce? How do we coupon clip? How do we not spend? How do we, it was all about defer, delay. We were gonna budget our life away. My wife and I fought about budgeting because I was an a-hole, because I thought that was the best way to get ahead. But that limits our production. It has us believe that somehow we're gonna shrink our way to wealth. It's this millionaire next door, miserable millionaire, broke millionaire type of methodology that's not about what value you could produce. It's about what money you can save, which is a very limited game. Well, then I became what I would call the conservative investor, socking away over 50% of my money into mutual funds and retirement plans. And you know what? That was maybe even worse, because I was so condescending to my wife because I knew it all. She wanted, spend money. I'm like, no, let's look at what that compounds to over the next 30 years. If we wait for 30 years, that's gonna be millions of dollars if we just never, worry about spending. So I was a little bit more investing than just putting money in the mattresses at that point. But still, that's not a really good place to be. Well, as I felt that was even a little bit too slow, I decided I was going to do this other methodology. I'm sure you heard of it. Just work harder than anyone I knew. Thinking if I just earned more money, it would be the solution. The first to work, the last to leave. Spend every last dollar in growing the business and putting more money in, and neglecting my health and neglecting my family. It was a pretty detrimental part of my marriage. I'm lucky to still be married after that, because it was just a losing game that I didn't know I was trapped in. See, eventually I moved from that to my final kind of phase of limitation, which was where I decided to make every waking moment of my life about investing. Starting a hard money lending fund, doing 2 IPOs, investing in oil and gas, over 100 real estate properties, from commercial property to apartment complexes to condos and a high rise. All I had time for was investing, and it took me far away from financial freedom. It was a confiscator of time and enjoyment, and it came with really painful lessons that will end up being setbacks and lessons rather than setting me up. See, these experiences got me the gray hair that you see, plenty of sleepless nights, gained 25 pounds, there was stress, there was strain on my marriage. I missed out on experiences with my children that are once in a lifetime type of experiences that you can never get back when you don't have those memories in the first place. And it even alienated me from longtime friends. Hustle, save, scrimp, work, invest. Hustle, save, scrimp, work, invest. Who's right? Which one? Is it to save and scrimp, or is it to hustle and work? Does it make sense to give up life along the way for a broken promise someday? All my hard work and money was in someone else's hands. The banks, the institutions. They didn't work hard for the money. They didn't take high risk to get the high return. They have a model for financial dependency, not freedom. If you follow retirement planning, it's financial dependency, not freedom. So let me break this down in a few simple steps so that you can have financial freedom. Number 1, financial freedom is a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's when money is no longer your primary reason or excuse for doing or not doing something. Let me say that again. When money is no longer your primary reason or excuse for doing or not doing something, you're financially free. How do you get financially free? You create a game worth winning, where you determine the win and where you make the rules. You don't have to play everybody else's rules and what society said, or what these financial books said about scrimping, or what these other gurus said about hustling. You can start to design the rules that set you up for the life that you want. Well, let's go to step 2, because this is part of how. When you have a daily ritual, you can move to a value creation mindset, one of gratitude, where you have emotional awareness of the impact you make on others, where you have the strength to face things you procrastinate and put off that are really limiting your power, right? When you procrastinate doing things that are productive for you, like making connections with people that matter and that you can count on, and enhancing your skills and investing in yourself, where you can really have a lot more personal power in eliciting change for the positive. So it's really about seeing the world from more of abundance than a scarcity mindset. And so one of the things in my book, Budgeting Sucks, at budgetingsucks.com, is you can get resources and tools on exactly how to do what I'm talking about, especially the 3rd step, which is you implement and integrate mindful cash management. What's mindful cash management? It's the opposite of budgeting. It's where you pay yourself first, automatically with a sweep account. You know, if you're in budgeting, it's never going to allow for financial freedom because it's going to be about where's this money going? What can I do? And it's really constraining. I believe it's about keeping more of what you make by identifying there's 4 types of expenses. The destructive ones, get rid of those. The lifestyle ones, pay cash for those. The protective ones, like insurance and asset protection and corporate structure, address those. Too many people neglect them, and it confiscates their wealth. But most importantly in mindful cash management, and it's the reason it's opposite of budgeting, is you put money into productive expenses. Things that when you put in $1, more than $1 comes out. And that's a productive expense. That might be investing in yourself, it might be the right investments, and part of it might be just investing in the right people so that you can save on the 4 I's. The first I is the IRS, or whatever your tax authority is in the country you're watching this from. A lot of people tip the government. The second I is interest. They're so low, interest rates are so low right now, you can restructure loans, renegotiate interest rates, and keep a lot more of your money rather than give it to the institutions. Third is investments. There's tons of hidden fees, commissions that aren't performing. There's tons of drag with retirement plans and legal fees and document fees and account fees that if you can recover that, it ends up being a ton of money in the long term. And the last I to keep more of what you make is insurance. It's about structuring better. It's about duplicate coverages being eliminated. It's about getting rid of the inconsequential things so you can once again keep more of what you make. So these are the simple steps to help you out. The simple steps to help you become financially free. The simple steps that once you really adopt these, you're gonna have a better life. So the fourth one, a little different than what you probably expect, but pick up a hobby. Do something you enjoy along the way, where you can relax, rejuvenate, and have some recreation. And you know what's important is set up a living wealthy account so that a portion of your money that you're saving goes towards investing in experiences along the way so you can enjoy your life. People are working hard to become financially free in exactly the wrong way. I just gave you 4 steps where you can get more result without this extraordinary effort that's actually destroying and decimating wealth. Budgeting sucks. It eliminates people's productivity. Cutting back, scrimping, that's not a really good way to live life. Hustling and always grinding it out ends up destroying your wealth and the people around you. So let's help you become financially free by plugging leaks, by investing back in yourself, by enjoying life along the way. Because not only are people losing money because they're handing it over, hoping for the best when they're giving it to salespeople, it's a broken limiting system. It destroys wealth. Instead, follow these 4 steps so you can have financial freedom, so you can escape the rat race, and you can start living your best life. Now, you have the knowledge to transform your thoughts into profits and build the life you love. If you're looking for more on this topic, check out my video on the 5 levels of wealth. You'll learn that wealth is not a number in a bank account, but it's a mindset. I'll see you there.